Welcome back everyone for the next part of Lobotomy Corporation. In the last part we were able to successfully hunt all the equipment from Silent Orchestra. It took multiple attempts and it breached multiple times, and the bird also breached because of that guy. But hey, at least we finally were able to get the full set. And Bong Bong, with a one-word result, was able to claim the whole thing for herself. Now, technically speaking, she doesn't really need the weapon as well, but it looks just great with it. The entire set just looks great with her. And thanks to the Ego Gift, which literally has a chance of 2%, I think that already got increased by our Binar Gift. Yes. It is really times 2. Oh my god. Oh my god, 6%? 6%! That's a godsend! Huh! Yeah, that's great. That is absolutely great. I mean, it's still a low percentage rate, but it's still much better than before. So I really hope today all of my guys are going to be able to get some ego gifts around here. I would really love to see another brooch, since the green stem with brooch set is really strong. I would really love to have more of them. Especially since I still have like 2 extra weapons. If I could get 2 more brooches, that would be perfect. But the chances aren't really that good. Now we see about that, right? We'll see about that. First and foremost, since today is the 40-day part, I'm actually able to recruit a few people again. And with a few, I actually mean just one, and the other guy is going to join after day 41, or right at around day 41. Something about his lore. They explained it. He's not bound to this world, which means he should disappear after memory reposition or something, and which means I should add him again as many times as I want, as long as it's past day 41. Yeah, that was the only requirement. Oh, and that he is supposed to have long white hair and dark blue eyes. Now, I'm not really able to change the eye color, but we'll see about that, right? We'll see about that. So first and foremost, we are going to hire our new recruitment, which is going to be Anne. There you go. I'm also going to improve your HP by a little, since, yeah, that's just normal by this point, right? They need to be tanky! They need to be tanky for all kinds of situations. That is very important. Also, I have to decide where to put you, especially since I probably should start adding more people to the lower areas. I mean, look at this. They need at least 4 more guys. I mean, I am going to move a few people out of here, like probably Greg. Greg doesn't need to be in training anymore. And JP can actually move out of there as well. Which allows Anne to get some stats with the fairies and the frequents, if she really wants to. I mean, if she's lucky, she's going to get the glove. If not, then she's just not going to get the gloves, right? That is simply how it is. Okay, JP, come on over as well. I still need 1, 2. Preferably 3 in all sections would be good. Which means I still need 2 more randoms. Which is going to be Victor. Okay. Do I want to change that up a bit? Probably not. I am going to give you more HP though, since that is literally mandatory around here. Do you need help already? Or can I send you into training as well? I think I should be fine to send both of them into training. At least for the time being. I mean, the other 2 don't really have their 3 abnormalities yet, right? Yeah, totally. They don't really have their 3 abnormalities yet. So I still need 1 more, which is going to be Gabriella. Ah, yes. Sure thing. Welcome aboard. So let me just quickly equip them, and I see you in a bit. So, okay, I would say for the time being I'm just going to give all of them the bear outfit with a few woodman axes, and 1 extra teddy bear glove for Gabriella. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough, at least for training department. Until, of course, they have to be moved to a little bit more dangerous department, right? Mikhail, crazy woman, you guys have to watch over your juniors. I mean, JP is kind of tanky, and he already has the temperance required in order to deal with... Actually speaking, he should have no temperance whatsoever, because he needs to get bad resource. He needs to get bad resource. Maybe I should swap them out. Maybe I should swap them around. But I do want to improve his temperance by a little with the Queen of Favorites. So that was actually the main reason why I wanted to move him over there. Shoot. And I do want to improve JP's insight by working inside with the Firebird. And I also need to consider the fact that Cinnamon would have loved to get the ego gifts from the bird as well. And I also need to get his weapon. They told me about the weapon. There is in fact a weapon to this bird, but you have to fight against it in order to acquire it. Now I haven't really tried fighting against it yet, but I was already able to see that the whole room is set ablaze. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to end. So how about I'm going to try out both of them. First we have to figure out what's going on with our new abnormality. Then we're going to take a swing on the Firebird. And depending how it goes, we might tackle both of them, because the missions are going to solve themselves, right? Yeah, there's nothing I really have to do, I just have to end the day. That is going to clear itself, and that is also going to clear itself. I already have all the gifts required, right? I already have enough gifts required on singular persons. I have multiple guys who have, like, 4 gifts. Look at this. Look at this. It's just great. It's absolutely great. So yeah, at the very least, I don't really have to worry about the mission, except of Gabura's mission, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. Unless, of course, this little thing is going to be an elf. If this is going to be an elf, then I'm going to be very, very happy about it. Now then, let's begin the day and see how it goes. So first and foremost, oh yes, 12. 12 out of 5. Oh great! And 6 gifts on 1 person. Absolutely precious. Okay, so... this beautiful lady is our new abnormality. Now I'm not entirely sure if beautiful is going to be considered safe, since cute is deadly. So yeah, Mikhail, do you want to try it, or should I send Batman? Should I send Batman? But then again, I also allowed Crazy Woman to try with Design Orchestra, so it is your department. You have to try it out for yourself, and that is going to require some sacrifices. You know, Mikhail, it requires some sacrifices. Ah, she's blue. Are you going to like repression? I mean, she likes attachment, and she's kind of pink-purple. Maybe? But then again, I think Red Riding Hood didn't really like instinct. Yeah, it wasn't really her favorite. But she didn't really have anything against red type. And even Schadenfreude was, well, he isn't really blue. And he doesn't really like attachment. But hey, Fragment of the Universe with its purple and red hearts really like attachments, so maybe? Oh yes. Oh yes, that looks very good. That looks very good. It's a bit slow though, so let me speed that up. Oh yes. Yes. She totally kind of likes repression? What is that? Okay, well, You are definitely cursed. That's good to know. And she also deals white damage. And she's not an elf. Okay, at the very least, she's not an elf. But actually speaking, I would have loved to be an elf. You know, I could have fulfilled the other mission. I could have totally fulfilled the other mission. I guess that's not going to be that easy, huh? So, how do you feel? How do you feel, Mikhail, huh? Still recovering, I see. Would probably not be so wise to send you back in there, since technically speaking, you have a white weakness. What is that? Protect others is the least I can do. Oh, you have the same mindset as... what's it called? Crazy Woman, right? Kind of. Ah, you know what? Let's just give it another attempt. Repression. Okay. Mikhail? Oh. I don't think I like this. Are you going to refuse everyone who works with you to work any further? Wait. Yeah, I can't even select them through the normal means. Okay, wait, Greg. But then again, I don't really want to send Greg in there. Screw that. He's gonna take care of Crazy Woman. Batman, you have to come down here after all. He needs your help. Mikhail is stuck. He's cursed. He can't do anything today. He can't do anything! Unless, of course, this is going to disappear for itself after maybe a meltdown or something. There is a chance that it might work like this. Let's get rid of the train. Come on, Batman. Come on, I need more informations. I mean, it's minus 4%, but let's be serious here. You even play with the silent orchestra with minus 20% and nothing happens, so I'm just going to assume you don't really care about the percentage, right? That's not such a good result. Or is it just during the times when I need neutral result that you do something like that, huh? Are you just going to care if it's a neutral result if it's a silent orchestra? It's kind of reckless, you know? Well, at least it seems like she didn't do anything. But then again, it could have lowered her Quillif encounter. Anyways, first and foremost, management guidelines. The first employee who completes their work with a good result will receive 0173's blessing. From then on, the employee will be referred to as 01731. Ah, so they are infected by that blessing. Or cursed. 0173 can only aid in suppression abnormalities. Furthermore, thanks to the blessing, red, white, and black damage dealt to them was halved. However, pale was doubled. Oh. So they're only going to receive half the damage of everything else except pale. I mean, that could be useful. 0173's blessing dissipates when 01731 died, or panics. After the blessing was gone, a new employees could receive it. So the only way to get rid of it is if I'm actually trying to get him to panic. But it can't really work, which means I need to find other ways to do that. When 0171 panics, 0173 escapes from its containment unit. The same result occurs when 0174 oh no, never mind! I should avoid getting it to panic. It actually is going to run, huh? That's good to know. Do you actually care about the work results then? You didn't really say anything about normal results. Only about good results receiving a blessing. And only the first one, right? And once it dissipates, another can get the blessing. So you don't really I guess you don't really care about anything else then, right? Which means I could just allow Batman to do it again, right? I mean, he's totally able to tank pretty much everything. So we can, technically, spend the whole meltdown with you. If we really want to, that is. Right? If we really want to. But the chances are getting lower and lower, so I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be the best idea. But then again, it's Batman. Batman doesn't really care about the percentage marker. He gets normal if he doesn't need to, and good if he has to get normal. And no way in hell he's ever going to receive a bad result. That's for sure. He's never going to get a bad result around it. It's because he's just Batman, you know? That's because he's just Batman. That guy. Oh. But okay. Give me a second. I'm going to farm a few extra boxes. I'm probably going to trigger the meltdown because it seems like he is struggling a bit. He is actually struggling a bit. I shouldn't have joked around it like that. But it seems like she doesn't... Do you care about bad results? Would you care about bad results? Magic girl. Huh? Would you care about that? I should probably get the escape information. Yeah, well. Anyways, give me a second. I'm going to grab a few extra results and one extra meltdown. Okay, maybe repression work isn't really her thing. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like repression work is actually her thing. After all, currently, there's literally no percentage marker on it, and it's still only got a decent result on Batman? That is very unlikely. Yeah, she doesn't really like repression. She does in fact like insight though, so maybe we should swap that around. Batman, come on over. Only takes a few seconds. Don't worry about a thing here. Insight is going to be much better for you, right? Much better. There we go. See that? Already much better. And actually speaking, it seems like she doesn't really want to escape after all. But her management guidelines say that once somebody panics with a blessing, she actually is going to escape. So even though she is technically unable to escape, there is a possibility of her breaching. And since she's also called a magical girl, I'm just going to assume she's going to turn into something horrific like the Queen of Hatred and the King of Greed, huh? Yeah, most likely you're totally going to turn into some kind of monster like them. A little bit more insight. Let's get the last... Oh, wait. Seems like she also really likes attachments, so please do attachment. And I just need one more work result, and then we can pretty much try out the Firebird. But first and foremost, let's get rid of this again. Doesn't really seem like it's that bad. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like she's that bad. The Knight of Despairs still dwells in her past glory, just like her sisters. So we have hatred, greed, and despair. They're all called, like, chess pieces? The knight, the queen, the hatred? Maybe? Kinda? Yeah, she cannot escape unless somebody panics. Weak to physical hits. Normal resistance against white. Probably weak to... Ah, come. Wait a second. It's always a bit weird to get that window to disappear. She has a decent resistance against pales. I'm not entirely sure why a blessing doubles the pale damage, but I guess that's just a balancing thing since it halves the damage from everything else. Endures black damage. So the best way to fight against her would probably be with the Red Riding Hood set. And of course, the Bad Wolf. The sword sharpened with tears. Rapier. Fast. between 9 and 12 damage. Looks pretty. And I really like the blue suit. Kind of reminds me of the magical bullet. Pretty similar defense rates. And it even has good resistance against pale. And it's going to become really handy. Even though I can only craft one of each. But that's fine. I mean, it looks kind of pretty. Okay. I take that. I take that. Now, of course, about the birds. So, okay, pretty much all of them are assembled in this elevator. We just have to wait for the bird to breach, and then we're just going to storm it with everything that we have. Pretty much the same thing that we always do with new abnormalities, right? Pretty much. Now, I am a bit worried about the blinding effects, since it did say that it is going to lower our attack speed, I think it was, right? Scorching light, blinded employees work half the speed. Half the speed. Is that going to affect our battle? I really hope it's not going to affect our battle. We are going to wait though until it reaches the recovery room, simply because it's going to boost our general recovery. And it is going to move in that direction, so that's going to be fine. So, wait a bit. Just a bit more. I'm already going to prepare the red bullets. Okay. This is a blazing inferno, but you guys are going to be fine. You have to believe in it. You have to believe in the power of the red bullets. Okay? Everyone! Time to battle! Huh? Queen of Hatred! Howard died. Bonbon has lost it. Crazy Woman has crumbled. Brie has gone mad. Cinnamon doesn't look good. Why are you guys panicking? Was it red damage? Oh, shoot. Crazy! What? What? You can't just... Oh no, the train! The Night of Despair! Well, yeah, well that happened. I need to wait for the light. Let me see. What are you doing here? Are you fighting against yourself now? So you've been consumed too. Senpai, can the cycle really not be stopped? You can't even talk to them! What about the Firebird? What about the Firebird? I thought you were supposed to... Wait, did you just hit her with pale or was that black? You also teleport. You actually also teleport. Ah. Oh my god. Bongbong is killing everyone. Bongbong is killing everyone. And he's already retreating. If he's retreating, nobody's going to tackle it, huh? Oh, they're literally killing themselves. They're literally killing themselves. Ah, okay. Well, that's a failure. So it turns out it actually needs some kind of white damage. Well, that's good to know. At times the Firebird heals the wounded employee and drive them all mad. And then they're going to end up killing each other. And then everyone is going to be sad about it. Okay, one more time. Stick around, it's only 10 seconds. Already 2 lights. It's gonna be fine. One more time. You got this. Actually speaking, I'm going to reset it one more time because it's probably going to reach the count of 4 very soon, and it's a bit tricky to have the counter on 4 since I have to use it within 30 seconds, otherwise a giant train is going to crash through my facility, and it's very easy to forget about that in that time frame. It's easy to remember myself every now and then throughout the minutes, But it's also really easy to forget about it, since 1 minute isn't really the biggest time frame, you know? Okay, you, get ready. Red shield, white shield, black shield, pale shield, slow. I'm gonna give you the power of all. Bit worried about crazy, so wait a second. Crazy, get the heck out of here! Get the heck out of here! My god! Okay, now! Time for battle! I think the shields are already breaking. I hope not. Okay, survived that hit. She didn't get crazy. Get her! Get her! Run! Ran out of range. This is not your battle to fight. Okay. Get it! Get it! I'm gonna give you another shield. White. In black. And another slowdown. How's the train? One of your free lights. Gonna use it at 12, but since doesn't really seem like it does any kind of damage against Bonbon. What are you doing? Bonbon? Bonbon! It's right there! Bonbon! Oh, don't tell me it only has a limited time. Oh, this is going to be terrible then. But wait, once it charges, it seems like it's taken a breather. And during that time, I might be able to tackle it again. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to trigger it with Bonbon, place everyone around here, hit it where it hurts, and then retreat. Okay, that's an idea, right? That's an idea. Let's try it again. Okay, I don't remember if it's going to breach right away. Yes, it's actually going to breach right away. Red shield. White shield. A black shield. I'm not going to be... Or should I apply pale? I don't think it's a pale. Yeah, it didn't hit with pale. It didn't hit with pale. It didn't. Okay. One more time. Get rid of this train. Bonbon, get ready. Hit it. Come on, charge. There we go. Everyone, get ready. Tick. No! Why is it already moving? Why are you already moving? This is not going according to plan. This is not going according to plan. Oh no, no you don't. No you don't. No you don't. Run. There. Okay, that kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. Stick behind. You guys, get ready. Not yet. Not you two. Now everyone. Everyone. Attack it. I'm gonna give you guys some shit against red. At least the weak guys like Nicholas and Ruby. They don't really have the best resistance against it. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. Come on, guys. Get the bird! No! To the other side! Rush out! Just one more round! Just one more round! Get ready, guys! Yes! There we go! Just took all of my guys. It took all of my guys. It actually took all of my guys. And it explodes. It freaking explodes. Okay. All of you guys, please return to the recovery room. Nobody gets panicked. Everyone's fine. Did I get the stuff? Did that already count? did that count? I have no idea. Ah, shoot. I should have probably asked if that counts. Oh no! Oh no! I'm just gonna take it as this. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. After all, we still have other things to do, like retreating everyone to their correspondent locations. After all, we're only going to do that once. I'm not gonna play with that bird again. If that didn't work, then I have no idea what's supposed to do around here. Or rather, what I'm supposed to do around here. Actually speaking, I think that also resolved our first meltdown issue with the Queen of Hatred. So, Greg, have fun. And Mikhail, you're very good resistance. I know you're weak to white. Never mind. Mikhail, would you like to spend more time with the teddy bear? I think you would like that, right? After all, your attachment is already super high. Greg has to improve on that. Yeah, you're probably going to spend some time with the teddy bear. I mean, depending on your luck, you might even be able to get the head, right? And literally, you might be able to get the head. Holy crap. I just noticed it. But it seems like that bird didn't really cure the blindness. I thought after fighting against it, it would cure the blindness. No, wait, the work progress. So they have to cure it via the birds? All of them? Have to cure it via... Oh god, that's going to be annoying. Okay, Maxime, cure your blindness. It's gonna be fine. At least you have to be cured from that. So, okay. With that, we pretty much finished the day. Technically speaking, I could end it right away, but... well, we weren't really able to get that many gifts today, so I kind of want to wait a little bit longer than this. Kind of. Just a little bit more. I kind of want for Mikhail and... where's Bree? Ah, shoot. I don't know. Who was the last person who worked with the teddy? Bree was the last person who worked with the teddy. I sent Mikhail to the Queen of Hatred. That is why I wasn't able to see him. It was actually supposed to be Greg. But I guess I misclicked. By the way, Bird, slow down a bit more, okay? Nobody wants to play with you. You literally make everyone slow for the whole day. Okay? Nobody wants to play with that. Nobody. There, that's a good bird. Just return to your room like nothing ever happened, okay? Okay. Oh, and by the way, Haru was finally able to get her first ego gift. It's the bubblegum from the shark. And I tried multiple times to give her the glasses as well, but somehow, let's just say, the swan isn't really playing along, or rather, the little helper isn't really playing along. He just refused to give us the stuff. And I don't know why, but somehow he just continuously refuses to give us the stuff. But at the very least, I was pretty much able to get all the equipment that we need in order... Okay, I need one more time. But I pretty much have all the equipments that we're going to need in order to craft the set, so that's going to be fine. One more time, Nathan, please. There you go. Let me just quickly wait for all the results. I'm gonna give everyone one more chance, especially Mikhail. Sorry, Mikhail, I got kind of distracted. You were actually supposed to do this. Come on, get the head. I know that you want to get the head, right? You totally want to get the head. Everyone wants to get the head. Everyone loves the bear head. Look at them. Look how cute that is. You totally want to have the bear head, right? You totally want to have the bear head. And I think Haru wasn't able to get the glasses either. Of course not. Haru isn't really that lucky in this game. I can already say that. She isn't really that lucky. Same as Mikhail. Mikhail isn't really that lucky either. At the very least, he was able to get the fairy glove, so that's good. Let's attempt one more time for Haru. Yuki! Yuki got the hat! Oh, that's great! Where the heck is Haru? I think Haru was in the mix as well. I think she was in there. Not entirely sure where she went. But she was supposed to be there. Huh. Nevertheless, I'm going to wait for one more Brie result. I'm just going to give her another chance to get the hat. I believe there she is. Okay, you also get another chance to get the glasses. Maybe, just maybe, those two are finally lucky and get the stuff, right? Just maybe. There is a chance. There is, technically speaking, a chance. And actually, a bonbon you can try one more time with the Night of Despair in order to get the teardrop. The teardrop is also kind of nice. I mean, look at this. The first cheek thingy. Yeah, you can even equip something on your cheek that literally boosts up your speed and work speed by 4. That's great, right? Absolutely great. Okay, you didn't get the hat. You didn't get the glasses. Come on. Come on, get the cheek. Get the cheek. Get the teardrop, huh? I know you want to get the teardrop. I mean, they did double the chances, but did you get it? No. Nah, what did I expect, right? What did I expect? I'm never really that lucky with the ego gifts. Oh well, let's end the day. Now then, just like that, 2 more missions completed. Bongbong was able to improve his her fortitude by a little. Right, we increased the limit of, alright, the base cap of all stats, right? Maybe not all stats, but at the very least fortitude. Which means Bongbong is maybe around 101. Can't really tell since it's outside of the screen range. Yuki also improved her HP all the way to 100 and probably above. Brie was able to improve her temperance quite nicely with the teddy bear all the way to level 70. That's good. Crazy Woman was also able to improve her prudence or her fortitude all the way to 100 and above. Justice to 94, which is very important. Mikhail was able to improve his prudence by a little. Not that much, but that's fine. After all, the teddy bear isn't really that focused on prudence. And actually speaking, I think I swapped over to attachment because I forgot about that. Winfield was able to improve his prudence by a little. Technically speaking, I should probably start working on the shark and the prince with him, since Haru's kind of done over there. I don't know if she's lucky enough to get the glove from it, but I don't really want to play that much around with them, since if I mess something up with the prince, they might become some spore monsters, right? We don't want that. And Haru is the first employee around here who got an 11 around here. Isn't that just great? Absolutely great. Now Nicholas was able to improve her fortitude by 3 points. That's good. Anna was able to improve her temperance all the way to 54. Wasn't really able to do that much work on her, and she wasn't able to get the gloves either, since the fairies are very picky. But that's fine, you're going to catch up sooner than later. Believe it. You're gonna catch up. Greg was able to improve his temperance all the way to 100. Thanks to the combo of magical girls. It's incredible. It's really incredible. He's literally doing attachment work to the left, then moves over to the right, and then back with again for the left, right, left, meltdown, oh, and again, you know. It was really good. It's really, really good. JP was able to improve his fortitude all the way to 98, and prudence to 49. Yeah, he didn't really have the chance to work on the Phoenix that much today. Especially since I wanted to keep everyone safe from the Phoenix. And then I had to get so many PE boxes, so yeah, I was kind of busy today. Same goes to Victor. He was only able to do some works with the frequency. That is why he was only able to reach 51, but it's still good. And of course, Gabrielle. Both of them, 51. Good job, everyone. Good job. Now then, let's go to the next day. So, with Which abnormality are we going to pick today? Day 41. Let's see. Now you become the sky and I become the land. Don't look away, just keep your eyes on it. Contain it in your sight. People have committed sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins, knowing it is wrong? Wait a second, I think I already had that one before, all the way at the beginning. I think. Wait, I need to check something really quickly. Ah, there we have it. Seems like he belongs to the egghead. Seems like another bird. And you all know what's going to happen if he spots another animal. So I can tame. I mean, sure, I need to find the ellipse, but it's a bird. I have to pick the birds. Let's go for the birds. I even wrote a note for them. Of course I'm going to take the birds. Oh. They say the world was a place where one couldn't find happiness with their own way of life anymore. That is what a world where everyone had to fool themselves into thinking that fitting into a structured mold was happiness. Nobody sought history or religion anymore. No one needed those pillars. Under the guise of new innovation that were needed in the world, company emerged using technology known as singularities. Singularities? Whoa! Wings! Multipaired wings. An archangel of higher ranks, right? Production of permanent food supplies, the manufacture of customized living creatures, transport of cargo at speed that would seem like teleportation, artificial intelligence that was more real than people, the technology to preserve the present by binding the time. Et alia. Similar to the food chain, small companies began to disappear or were eaten by the larger companies. You can already see that today. At some point, they were called the wings of the world, and soon a head rose to control those wings. People started to derive their purpose for existence from belonging to the wings. However, the truth was, everyone was slowly melting like the wings of Icarus. They may appear to be encouraging the development of the world for the better, but their nature is no different from ours. There's always a price to pay. Any sane person would know that the deed of the wings committed in the name of the betterment of society are in fact the most humiliating aspect of these corporations. They are a disgrace of the world and its people. Lobotomy corporations, rival energy corporations aren't that different from us. I presume. Who knows? Maybe they really are twisted dimensions to garner energy from hell, as the rumors say. From hell? Why there from all things? Do you know how dangerous it is? Twisting a portal open to hell? In every man, the two instincts, the primal essence of life and death, coexist. The wing only guarantees our instinct of life. However, if one instinct were to dominate too much, the other would begin to make its move, slowly and unbeknown to us, from the depths. Soon, a world where everyone wants to return to nothingness will arrive, into the stillness of silence before the birth of mankind. She who loves sunshine, who wanted to give hope to mankind, but failed. When the hand that only wanted to embrace humanity with warmth was ruthlessly severed, you clutched the void and saw the cracks between the boundaries that were never shown to others. Left alone, you decided to instill possibility and potential into mankind. Hope and despair are intertwined in that possibility, making it impossible for anyone to know the answer. If all represent things can be extracted from the earth, you said to yourself. In those days, you looked absolutely terrible. Many co-workers, friends were worried about you and tried to comfort you, but you didn't care. You wouldn't listen to anyone or anything. I guess you still need them at some point. Seeing as you were the one who locked them away in here, barely holding on to the husk of their dead bodies. And you cut away after that. You explained so much and so little at the same time. Hawkman! Can you tell something to Angela that she's supposed to continue? You can't just cut it off like that. Oh. The idea that I'm sitting at the bottom, oblivious to what is happening up there. It is an idea you might think of as truth. However, it is in truth you who is unknown. Pain, agony, regret, and the shadows of the past that will never release their grip on you. They've spent quite a number of days with you, but it is nothing compared to our time together. In the end, they never got to know you to the fullest. Those who could not accept their fate seem to have directed their anger towards you, such as that one man. He who gradually broke himself whenever he was ordered to redact information. Yes, Zod! The unnecessary leak of emotion is unbearable. There's something I need to show you, so you can understand. There once was an employee named Anya. She lived with her parents and her little sister. She eagerly wanted to study, but her family's financial state wouldn't allow her. Still, she tried to join one of the wings. However, she just wasn't good enough for them. Poor Anya was struggling to figure out what to do next. She even considered ending it all as a last resort. That was until she received a letter from a wing. Oh, you even have that letter? A letter that had simply yet magically lines penned to it. Dear Miss Anastasia, you are qualified to join the Lobotomy Corporation. Awestruck, Anya read it through the letter over and over again. It didn't seem like anyone was pulling a prank on her, not that it was a mistake on the male courtier's part. For a brief moment, Anya wondered if she even applied to work at the Lobotomy Corporation at all. But she soon shook that thought off. That was not important in the slightest. I took the role of courier. I was the one who delivered the letter to people. I evaluated candidates to determine if they may join here or not, and bring a miracle to those who are qualified. Anya was not selected because she had excellent skills. She had a common trait that every person we hired had, but wasn't aware of. As you know, to become a feather, a part of the wing, one has to be immensely better than ordinary people. How could Anya, who dropped out of high school, had no special talents and lived in the back streets, manage to get into our company? Would her family finally be able to pursue happiness? All of this happened 10 years ago. During those 10 years, her sister fell ill and passed away along with her parents. Where's Anya now, with her entire family gone? She's asleep down here. It is wholly under my jurisdiction to handle this, but I will grant you access just this once. Whoa! What? Call her up, please. What? Okay. Now Anya is at work, feeling like she's a brand new employee who just joined the corporation, completely oblivious to the fact that it has been 10 years since she actually joined us. You could perhaps choose to pay a small cost to augment her virtues such as fortitude, prudence if you wish. Are those my lob points where I upgrade people? Now try to erase her, please. You want what? You literally want me to delete her. Okay. So how do you feel? The Anya who was killed by a monster and that Anya who you just erased are one and the same. They both eventually lost their life. It is such a futile action to wake them and erase them to slumber, again and again. Both your attachment to the employees and the Sephiroth's care and the devotion poured into them become meaningless here. Everything that moves and is alive in this facility is on pause. They are waiting the next morning with their eyes shut tightly every night. Those of the layers above did not know that. They spent themselves emotionally for the days with which they were presented. Bearing obscure resentment in their hearts, they put all the blame on those like you. Then they crumble, just like that. I urge you not to worry about me. I will not dare to do such a thing. I have always wanted to be an important part of your life. That is why I shouldn't get attached to them. The Anya we just created got deleted. That's the hiring progress, huh? You just boot them back up from 10 years ago in their prime condition where they don't know anything and just follow my orders. That is why nobody is so afraid of that. But then again, they don't know about that. Why are they not afraid of that then? They're risking their life every day, right? Huh. But poor Yesod. That would explain why they had to redact the names. After all, if there are any remains of their names, it could trigger a memory. And I don't think the Lobotomy Corporation would want that to happen. Imagine if you read your own file from a previous you dying miserably because of the wolf or something. And then you're forced to return to that containment unit to do even more work on the wolf. Oh, that would be very cruel, right? That would be very cruel. The mission, virtue of creation. All humans are born with desires. What is important is how to control it. It is not simply a problem of the individual. One's desire greatly affects how they see the world and how they perceive the people in it. To hear and see only what one wants to hear. What is truly needed for humans is to tune the desires between oneself, others, and the world. Perhaps if we can attain that balance, it may be possible for us to give birth to a greater things. Dear the Clay, day with 8 or more employees, so temperance is 100. Oh, don't worry about that. That sounds easy. That sounds very easy. There you go, winner. Now both of you are free. Good job. Okay. So, memory reposition, right? Today is a memory reposition day. I think. Wait. Did we also complete Binar's mission, or why didn't Binar talk to us? Or is it because she was still on level 2? I think their mission and conversation are also locked on their facility upgrade rates. Yeah, I think I would like to have more prudence. Sure, why not? And I also get her gift, even though we had no conversation whatsoever. Okay. And I don't think anybody is going to die anytime soon. I'm just going to take the reroll option. I mean, now we are literally stuck in the reroll days, so might be useful, right? It might be useful. So let me just quickly take a peek on the time. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on the days just in order to complete it. I'm gonna cut here and there. Even though I already spent so much time in it, I think it would be fine for me to read some stories today. Yeah, let's read some stories today. Since I'm probably going to cut a lot out of day 40, since, yeah, there wasn't much going on. I didn't have any trouble at the day at all. Except of Firebird. Except of Firebird. But Firebird is special, right? Firebird is special. So, now that we have pretty much all the magical girls, how about today we're going to read all of their stories, huh? How about that? I think that's a good idea. Now then, of course we're going to start with our very first girl. She's very important to us as the first magical girl. Oh god, so long text. Okay. The first bit of humanity's desire started with the bite of a sweet apple. We've been banished from Eden for that sin, and now we're standing inside a vast orchard. My basket is so large, all the fruits of the world can make it full. But it is so bad to lust for honey when there are flowers. After all, we are born to pursue happiness. Happiness became obsession, and obsession became greed, and the greed forever solidified to become a golden ember, the happiness in the beginning, still holding a smile, dwelling inside. The first seed of desire originated from the pure yearning of happiness. The tiny seed grew larger and larger, hungrier for more. Over time, the seed hardened and turned into a piece of shiny gem. Enticed by its sheen, a starving fish swallowed it. But it only made the fish even hungrier. The desire of people usually go unfulfilled. Many desires are abandoned, but they are not completely gone. They hide deep in the subconscious, lurking at the bottom of the lake, ready to spring up at any moment. However, the yearning for happiness may also reach its head from time to time, darting its tongue like a snake. As soon as a tiny piece of bait falls into the river, the hungry fish will come up and snatch it in an instant. We delude ourselves to be highly rational beings who are in full control of these things, but it's such a preposterous belief. It's laughable. We don't have much of control over ourselves as we believe. Wait a second. There. The magical girl, who was no longer a magical girl, ate many things. Authority, money, fame, and many other forms of pleasure. She ended up eating away anything in her sight. Not only the visceral greed remains. Now only the visceral greed remains. Someone's diary. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. They say there once was something called soul therapy. What does it feel like to have an ill soul? Are we all healthy, but maybe all of this is a tragic illusion? Once there were people who tried to change the world. We all remember them. We remember how they met their downfall. Desire. We know of desires that ruin all things. We no longer believe in something, nor do we entertain a hope for a miracle. We don't think too much about why they've changed. And we don't blame them, for we have realized that endless desire brings despair. I sometimes feel a terrible dejection, but I do not know where the pain comes from. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. Deep in the sorrow of the world, greed, deeper still in agony. Sadness says, be gone, pass away, but greed seeks eternity, seeks deep, deep eternity. So, the magic girl who wanted to become a hero ended up becoming very greedy. All because of a simple desire. The desire that ended or that began everything, right? It all ended up with a sweet apple. And now she can't stop herself from eating everything. Is that the reason why you guys called her fish at one point? Like that anglerfish? I mean, she does have a angel in front of her mouth with her head and all. But I didn't really see her as a fish. She's literally a giant Pac-Man during her transformation, slowly walking through the corridors in search of more food to eat. With the exception that no ghosts are hunting her, but I guess we can play the ghosts for her. Right, Pac-Man? Huh? I still like her though. I mean, sure, she doesn't really need to eat all of my employees every time somebody shows up in front of her and instantly kill them, but overall she isn't really so bad, right? She's just unable to control herself. Now, the Queen of Hatreds. A humanoid abnormality that looks like it would go and fight villains for peace and justice at any moment. It is friendly towards every employee and is able to engage in casual conversation. It believes that it is a hero born to save the world and takes considerable pride in it. When it shows sign of anxiety or doubt while conversing with an employee, its appearance and personality will undergo an adverse change within 4 days, and it will display symptoms of dissociation disorders. The definition of good and evil are fixed in its mind. Some assume that when the abnormality beliefs lead to an horrible doubt about the existence of evil, it will choose to become evil, to negate the doubt. All parameters will return to normal after the negative phase passes, and Abnormality will have no memories of the behavior it exhibited during that phase. So she doesn't remember her snake phase? And that's good to know. Audio log 1. So, how are you feeling today?
Good. The world is at peace, and it's quiet around here. Peace is a great thing to have. I mean, there aren't any villains around, right?
Audiobook 2, or the audio log 2. You're looking a bit down today.
Still fine. The world is peaceful.
The Abnormality felt silent and did not wish to continue speaking. Audio log 3. Are you alright?
Why is it still so peaceful? You see, the whole purpose of my life is to defeat villains. It's as if the world is trying to say it doesn't need me. Really? Why is it still so peaceful? Oh, did I mention that I'm a magical girl? To keep the world peace. I was born, but today it's quiet today.
The Abnormality continues to mumble incoherently words to itself. That's not good. Audio log number 4. The Abnormality endlessly mumbles to itself, without even noticing the employee in its containment.
The world can be divided into good and evil. I'm on the side of justice. If I'm on the side of good, then someone has to be on the side of evil. If I also want to play the villain, I can exist. And who's going to protect the world?
Audio cut out. Audio log 5. Level 3 and above access required. This is part of an audio recording obtained during the rampage on the date of Redacted. The Abnormality used the radio installed in the facility to call the emergency planning team. The Abnormality called? Continues sobbing. This is emergency planning team. Please identify yourself.
I think I did this. I couldn't stop myself. It's my fault. I ruined everything. I betrayed the people who were so kind to me. I don't remember why I did this.
Could you elaborate on what happened?
I don't know. They are moving. There's so much blood. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, at least she didn't breach. Otherwise they would have already noticed that. 3 bodies were found in the Abnormality's containment. She killed them herself! And that is why she didn't breach. The Abnormality loses all memories of the incident afterwards. She even doesn't remember that she was involved with that? The heck? So because she has self-doubts, she manifests some kind of second half to prove to herself that she's needed. And then she suppresses all that memory because it hurts too much for her. Why do they all have something like that? She can desire her greed, or rather she can control her greed. She's so worried about her own existence even though she seems so confident in the picture. And what about the third one? An abnormalities of despair that had gone through a repeated cycle of faith and betrayal, leaving only the emotion that is present, expressed through black tears. A hero of the past who used to be a guardian of justice. She dedicated her entire life to protect the king, the state, and the city of the weak. The knight had to uphold the law of God and the pursuer of value, chivalry, and justice. However, after a long history fraught with the hardship and conflict, the knight realized in retrospect that nothing had truly upheld on her watch. The truth changed a lot of people. One who fought for good became evil upon realizing that there was no evil left in the world. One who dreamed of the world where everyone could be happy was tingled with greed and started to devour everything like them. So many things once thought to be forever constantly face changes and perish. So she's talking about her friends. Who said that night never cries? Have you ever seen tears brought out by despairs, not sadness? The endless steam of grief has long turned the eye socket into hollow husk. Inside black diamonds sometimes fall down like ash. the will to protect seemed to remain unchanging after all this time. Even in containment, it is still obsessed with the act of protection. All that remains is the hollow husk, or rather the hollow pride of a withered knight. The tenacity of a hero who cannot leave the past behind. It is a pitiful sight. When justice turns its back once more, several dozen blades will rove without a purpose, in shame of failing to defend once again, and in rage against the world. The sword will eventually point at those she could not protect. The knight who wanted to redeem herself by saving others was now dishonored, called the Knight of Despair, forgotten from the people's memory, just like the others. Since she wasn't able to protect them, she's going to end them to herself. And all of them. She's probably also going to fight against the other magical girls, at least from this line. That is, if she gets angry again. Imagine if one of them actually decides to kill her blessed cursed thing, right? If somebody actually did that. By the way, I didn't buy them yet. Imagine they did that. I mean, even this magical girl had something to say to her, even though it didn't really seem like she was able to talk at all. I wonder how she's going to react to the King of Greed, but it's actually kind of hard to get her out unless, of course, I'm going to throw multiple employees into the mouth. Which is technically possible, but I don't really want to do that. You know? I don't really want to do that. Nevertheless, I would say this is a perfect moment to make a little cut. In the next part, we're going to... Well, technically speaking, there's only one mission to do, and that's a bird, right? Note? Yeah. So in the next part, we're going to play with the bird, finish up Hogmart's easy mission, and hope for another Aleph. I hope you guys had fun, and see you then. Bye bye!